I could be upset all day long, but we really gonna sit here and let a kid, for one, a kid sit here and talk about mass shootings. We've been seeing shootings happen since 2015. I'll never forget when I was in high school and I was getting ready to do a speech, and that was when we learned Michael Brown got shot. Like, you now want us to feel sorry for something, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't understand why now all of a sudden when somebody else sees that there's an issue, you now want to see that there was an issue. But when we were talking about our lives, it's another situation. Why does it have to be everybody else to get you to understand? People been asking to save our kids since the 90s, since the 80s, since the 70s, 60s, 50s. You guys didn't listen. So you can't expect for us to sit here and say, "Oh wow," when you guys been knowing that it was an issue a long time ago. That's the same issue that, the "I have a dream" speech. Somebody did something about that. So my thing about it is, you want to sit there and blame, and I'm not coming for the president because I don't know him like that. My thing about it is, I have an issue with people wanting to sit there and put this narrative as if we haven't been saying this stuff all along. We've been saying this stuff for years. Nobody wants to listen to it. So now all of a sudden you want to give us this, "Oh, this is what's going on. That's what's going on. This is what's going on." It's been going on and it still goes on because you let people do whatever they want to do. And then all of a sudden it's a situation. You guys should have had proper people in that area to have better law practicing, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. Whatever situation you call it. If you want us to vote people in, you guys should have selected people in that could help stuff. You can't just blame one thing on the president when the Congress holds three-fourths of the vote. The only thing the president can do is say yes or veto it, and that's it. So for me, I can't sit here and be like, "Oh, this is an issue, this is an issue, this is an issue." We've been having this issue since I got out of school, to the point where even on college it's uncomfortable. And then you want to give us Bibles and stuff and pass it out, and there's nothing wrong with getting the Bible. But my thing about it is, when I get on to ISU campus and I'm over here at a party and the first thing I see is Delta people stepping, and then out of nowhere somebody starts shooting, when are we going to sit there and take that stuff serious? We've been saying this stuff for years. This has been an issue for years. When are you guys going to be honest about what really is going on? Because I'm tired of people making speeches and saying all this other stuff, fight the power and this and that. You guys are the reason why stuff happens because you don't care. Let's just be honest. You don't care. You want us to sit here and have all these things and have all of these speeches and have all these rallies talk about save our kids and stuff like this. We've been asking for someone to save our kids. You guys keep giving the kids to Satan, basically, by letting them do whatever they want to do. You got stuff in our foods that don't make sense. You got foods that don't even taste the same. I remember when a cheeseburger used to be so good. Now a cheeseburger is almost like this small. That's not a cheeseburger.
You see Mickey D's shit?
Yeah.
That's like a goddamn cracker.
That's I mean, I
A
remember.
Whopper.
I mean,
It's so nasty and sloppy.
but
It
my
ain't
thing
worth
about
eating.
it is, it's not even that. I noticed the fact that even Lunchables,
That's why I don't eat out at fast food.
but it's not even that. It's the Lunchables don't even the Lunchables. Lunchables don't even taste the same. Lunchables used to be full of food. Now it's like we trying to put kids on a diet. It's what they put in the food. If people don't have an issue with being fat, you just don't want to spend money, and that's really what it is. Nobody's got time to be dealing with that stuff over and over and over. So it's not like we never wanted to save our kids. We've been asking to save our kids. Y'all didn't care to keep the kids. You know what I'm saying? You keep saying save our kids, but you put them in foster cares where people will sit there and abuse them and rape them. And then you say save our kids, and then you let parents sit there, beat up on them, and do inappropriate stuff to them. You want to talk about saving our kids, but you got husbands that are and stepdaughters and all these other people having sex with their kids. You want to keep telling us save our kids. You have a fucking you guys had for 20 years of hip hop and R&B, people locking folks up in the house, beating on them, doing inappropriate stuff to them, thinking that shit is cool. Y'all for years had allegedly had parties and stuff, college parties, and I'm trying to figure out why we still having college parties and some of us are in our 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
I was going to college parties when I was 15, 16.
I get
driving people home.
Okay, but that's what most people do when they trying to.
I wasn't the one getting fucked up. I was the one making sure everybody wasn't fucking each other like stupid fucking monkeys.
Well, I can't say all that, but what I can say.
If they were too fucked up and puking, I was the one going, okay, you ain't gonna die, knocking the puke out of their throat. Yeah, I was the mediocre.
They shouldn't have been doing. They shouldn't have been letting you do that at 15. They should have just let you like just chill.
Oh no. I was at the party with a